Hello, my fellow nerds, and thanks again for watching another episode of Nerdboy Gaming. I am Nerdboy81. Today, we're going to be diving into episode 104 of my first time playing Ark Survival Evolved on the island. 104 episodes. You would think after all these episodes that I would have this figured out, that I would have picture perfect quality footage, I would have flawless gameplay, and a mic that is turned on. Unfortunately, that was not the case. And it was 6 hours, 7 minutes, and 14 seconds when this happened. Can you hear me now? Much better. Okay, we're going to head over there. Hopefully that hasn't been off for other recordings. Hours of intense gameplay. Gathering, taming, narrowly escaping death. 6 hours, 7 minutes, and 14 seconds of some of the most witty, insightful, funny commentary that you would have ever heard. Gone, because I didn't have my mic turned on. So unaware, over several days, multiple play sessions, that I had forgotten in OBS to slide the little slider from 0 to on, or to the volume I wanted it. Completely unaware, I pressed on. So we rewind. 6 hours before I had that tragic realization. 6 hours, 7 minutes, and 14 seconds ago. The session started like any other. Inventory management, resource gathering, and exploring until I found this guy. Level 125 Baryonyx. Of course, we need a trap. And to build that, we need resources. So we gather. We craft. Manage more inventory. Clear the area. Lay the trap. Put bird on passive. Move the bird. And start the tame. In this moment, I am sure my commentary was not just extremely profound, philosophical even, full of insights, but downright funny. I was delivering some next level commentary as the Baryonyx is treating my trap more like a Krug buffet than a prison. Now, I didn't die, but let's just say I crawled out there with bruises on both my pride and my health bar. Too bad all that comedic gold went unhurt. Just me, a beat up survivor, and still many hours of silence to go. But next, prime fish meat. I am still way too scared to try and starve tame, mainly because of fear. And likely, I made a crucial mistake that a pro would never make. I had regular raw fish meat while collecting more prime meat and immediately seeing the effectiveness drop. Then the cycle continues. Collect prime meat, nearly drowning, bury, rinse, and repeat a handful more times until we have a new Baryonyx, a level 178. With Barry in a cryopod, the search for the next member of the Krug army continues. Still looking for a Terry, a Yudi, or even an Otter, and whatever else could be a big help to the cause. During our search, I spotted an Alpha Raptor, and Riley wanted me to take it out, so I did. While the battle was easy, I did get a little nervous as it pushed me around and into the ground. I fled after the raptor was gone. After flying around a bit, I returned to the chateau and did what we always do, manage inventory. Knowing I want to make kibble for the next Terry, I did some gardening in the greenhouse. And if we're going to make kibble, we're going to need an industrial cooker. So I spent the next long period of time grinding out the necessary materials. metal runs, polymer, cementing paste, until finally I had enough. The industrial cooker. Such a simple, innocent structure, or so I thought. Placing it down felt like a victory, a beacon of progress. But then came the realization. It wasn't just a cooker. It was a mocking symbol of my unpreparedness. Turns out, to make it work, I need pipes. I guess the positive of losing 6 hours of audio is you won't have to listen and watch as I fumble for a lot longer than I should to get to this point. Or the words that would come out of my mouth when this happened, erasing an unknown amount of gameplay. What you might have heard would rival the shrieks of a raptor ambush mixed with the groan of a trike stuck in quicksand. It was the kind of moment where words don't form so much as guttural noises of disbelief, frustration, and existential dread. Imagine spending hours building a sandcastle masterpiece only for a rogue wave to come out of nowhere and wipe it all away. And that's what it felt like. Except instead of sand and water, it was hours of gameplay and Ark's infamous ability to crush dreams in an instant. As the game loads, I wonder, how far back are we going? Were we flying? Am I about to plummet to my death? When did the game last save? I had spent a lot of time grinding materials, and I mean a lot of time. The question really was, how much time had I just lost? Oof. As the realization hit that a lot of gameplay was lost to the digital ether, I sat there stunned, staring at the screen. The urge to give up was overwhelming. What's the point of surviving dinosaurs when Wildcard itself is your worst enemy? In a dramatic moment of pure frustration, I got up and walked away from the game, thinking, maybe I'll just un-arc the whole thing. But as I paced around, I remembered something. This is Arc. Losing progress is practically part of the initiation process. Sure, I could give up. But wouldn't that just let the game win? So after a few deep breaths and a self-imposed timeout, I returned to face the chaos once more. It took a bit and a few Dodo Dex searches to figure out what we needed to start making kibble. Exceptional kibble at that. And with the lessons learned, save world. Back to the hunt. But not just are we hunting dinos for the army of Krug, but we're going to keep an eye out for Dillo or Rex eggs so we can make more exceptional kibble. We search, we scan, we kill, again and again. And after a long search of finding nothing, we head back to the chateau. Still no audio, and still no new dinos. A couple of in real life days go by, and in editing I realized I have a bunch of missing cryopods, and it hits me. I put a bunch of stuff in the storage bin at the Green Obelisk before the Broodmother battle. So, quick trip, grab my missing loot. However, nothing is that simple. Then this happens. Again, just imagine what I could be possibly saying as this goes down. Heart beating, deep breath, I survived somehow. I may be having a heart attack in real life, but I survived. Quick trip home, put away my missing loot. Once again, the search continues. As I land on the beach to look around, I spot something. Now, if you have watched this series, you may have noticed I seem to have some bad luck when it comes to otters. I have sadly ended way too many. So when I see an otter on the beach, my first thought is not, oh, an easy tame. It's, how am I about to mess this one up? The following is a series of events that would continue to cement the legacy of Krug, the otter killer. And I chase, and I chase, and I chase this guy around. I can't seem to get this guy to eat the fish. The prompt to press Y is too fast. I drop the fish over and over, then slowly, more and more bad dinos arrive. I take care of them until an alpha raptor appears. I jump on Pidgey to end the threat, and while dealing with the raptor, the Otter runs directly into the frying pan. Eventually, I dispatched the raptor, and I won't tell you I spent a good 20 minutes looking for that Otter, not realizing at the time that I had taken him out. But I'd eventually give up looking for the Otter and go back to hunting for a dino for the army. Then I came across 2 more Rexes, another male and female, even higher levels than the last 2. As I considered where I may lay a trap, I heard the thrum of what sounds like a helicopter. It was one of those flying crawdads, level 115. Now I know that taming this is a big feat, and I am certainly not prepared for that. So I figured, surprise attack. It was an aerial battle, and the dragonfly may be faster, but he was no match for Pidgey and Crow. With the crawdad dealt with, both Rexes still alive, time to set the trap for Rex number 1. Can I really dual tame Rexes again? I got lucky last time, and I wonder if I'm pushing my luck doing this again. With the trap set, it was time to get the Rex. Just need to find him and get him to chase me to this trap. Easy peasy. Well, maybe it won't be exactly that easy. See, I'm scared of the swamp. I'm still a noob, and everything seems to want to eat you out here. So I'm not about to chase this guy down. Time for a new plan. Plan B. Rex has crossed the swamp, and on the other side is a cliff. Perhaps I can get him from a higher advantage point and bypass the trap altogether. Now, making a plan in Ark Survival Evolved is an exercise in both hope and futility. It's a philosophical dance between order and chaos, a testament to the human desire to control the uncontrollable. You map out every step, envisioning how it all come together perfectly, getting the resources, taming the perfect dino, venturing into the wild. But deep down, you know Ark is a world that thrives on unpredictability. Plans in Ark aren't just strategies. They're declarations of defiance against a universe designed to upend them. Yet we make them anyway. Not because we expect them to succeed, but because of the act of planning itself is a reminder of our resilience. Even when everything is inevitably going wrong, it's the commitment to trying again that truly defines survival. My plan was to lay a trap, get the Rex in it, knock it out, tame it, simple. It certainly was not dealing with an alpha raptor. And then a micro raptor, which I think it was too dark to really even know. and by a narrow margin, I somehow survive. I return to where I laid the trap to catch my breath, evaluate the situation. It's not good. Broken armor and another dear death moment. As I circle the area trying to decide if I should go back to the base and repair my armor, try and accomplish the task that sits in front of me, I see the Rex in a more open area. If at first you don't succeed, try again, or so they say. I lay the trap. And like all good plans, this one already has a road bump. The Rex is back by the swamp. Are we about to see the same thing that happened earlier? A few errant shots. Then the tree falls, a clear shot. I have his attention. I run. Never mind. I go back, shoot again. Now I have his attention. Finally, he is trapped. As I was saying, nothing ever goes easy in art. As we are closing in on the final shots, Krug starving, a Bronto decides it wants in on the action. So I jump on Pidgey, end the Bronto. Hopefully it didn't do too much damage to the Rex. After a few more shots, we have a sleepy Rex and lots of Prime. But Prime expires, so I'll need to get more than what I have. So I hunt, protect, and feed. Hunt, protect, and feed. So with that being the cycle, I come across Rex number 2 and decided to take a chance. After a couple shots, no go, fly across the swamp and try again. And here I thought that dinos couldn't climb cliff sides. After this failed attempt, I regroup and check on Rex number 1. The fog and rain had cleared. A few attempts had failed. Certainly I was feeling frustrated, but I must prevail. Finally, Rex was close to the trap. Certainly I could get her this time, but the swamp is full of food and distractions for a hungry Rex. Like a pro, I switched from tranks to bullets to finish that crocodile attacking my Rex and back to tranks. Pro move. Finally, I have the Rex trapped. A few tranks later, and down she goes, thus beginning the process again of needing a lot of Prime to finish taming 2 sleeping Rexes who are tamed on each side of the banks of the swamp. Now, unfortunately, because I am still not skilled enough to try and starve tame, in the time it took to trap Rex number 2 and collect a bunch of Prime, Rex 1 had run out of food. but I think we caught it just in time. Back and forth a few times, and Sheldon is tamed. And a bit later, Amy. As I limp back to base, I spy with my little eye Robo-Rex, level 168. I make a note as to my current location, as now is not the time for that battle. There's nothing quite like the triumphant trek back to the chateau after a hard-fought victory in Ark Survival Evolved. Sure, I'm limping, and my armor's barely holding together. But hey, we made it. Every step back feels like a celebration, even if it's mostly fueled by sheer relief. As the familiar side of the chateau comes into view, I can't help but laugh at the chaos we just survived. Somehow, despite all the odds and my questionable planning, we pulled it off. The chateau isn't just a base at this point. It's a beacon of safety and a reminder that no matter how messy the adventure gets, we'll always have a place to crash, heal, and prepare for the next round of madness. Back to the chateau. It's time to regroup and get everything in order. First the armor, patching up the holes, replacing the pieces that didn't survive the last adventure. Then comes the inventory shuffle, sorting resources, stashing loot, and making sure I'm not carrying around 50 pounds of random berries for no reason. Then building the next trap for the Robo-Rex. No time to waste. We head back out. Can you hear me now? Much better. Okay, we're going to head over there. Hopefully that hasn't been off for other recordings. Alright, so we got the stone, we got the pillars. We're going for the Robo-Rex that we found a little bit ago. That was at 7543, which I thought was just over here, but I very well may have mistaken when I wrote it down. But it was in this area, the red water. Thanks again for watching another episode of Nerd Boy Gaming. That was episode 104. 6 hours, 7 minutes, and 14 seconds of missing audio condensed into about a 22-minute video. So crazy. Hopefully that doesn't happen again, and hopefully going forward I've got the box in the right place. I've got the audio balanced better, hopefully. But yeah, that was a bummer, and there was certainly some good gold commentary in there that I'm sure we missed. But guys, if you're new here and you haven't done so, make sure you hit that subscribe button. Throw up those thumbs. We are going to be continuing to do Ark's playthrough. We've got Minecraft going now. We're going to be dropping Baldur's Gate's first time playthrough soon, and the relook at Red Dead Redemption 1 is coming, eventually Red Dead 2, and then, I don't know, maybe some surprise games or some new games, maybe Avowed or something as it comes out around the corner. But considering my log of games is so far behind, I don't know, it might be 10 years before I ever get to Avowed. But anyway, guys, thank you so much for coming on this journey. I really do appreciate it. Until next time, have a great day.